My name is Kylie Elkins.
And I'm Kykina Sosa.
King Jabab and Queen Janiqua sent us to interview citizens throughout Kykina to learn about their country.
Today we are going to learn about the environment, economy, agriculture, education, international conflicts, history, climate, language, and
Cultural landscape. What is your name and occupation?
My name is Patricia Yellowstone and my occupation is climatologist.
How would you describe the climate in Kykina?
The climate is very tropical and normally very sunny, hot, and humid. In the winter, there are cooler nights, but frost and snow are very rare. There are humid, warm to hot summers with annual rainfall and thunderstorms. Because it is an island, sea breezes also contribute to the weather.
What is your name and occupation?
My name is Angie Budd, and I'm the CEO of a large manufacturing company.
How does Kykina and its people make money?
We manufacture a variety of products from trees, such as paper, furniture, construction material, and wood. Then we trade these products with other countries like France, Germany, and Vietnam. We import goods that we cannot produce ourselves. Some of these things are dairy products, renewable energy, and textiles. We also export some of our marine products with other countries that are closer to us, such as Paraguay and Bolivia. We also have some port activities such as shipbuilding, repair facilities, and serving as a regional shipping hub.
What is your name and occupation?
my name is Julia Elizondo and my occupation is ecologist.
What environmental issues is Kykina facing?
We are currently having significant problems with things such as deforestation and overfishing since we heavily rely on our natural resources for economic growth. If we continue to unsustainably continue with these practices, we may overuse our resources to the point where we would have to rely on our crop exports in order to make money.
What is your name and occupation?
My name is Mr. Wallace, and I am a teacher.
What does education look like in Kykina?
In Kykina, kids start to learn at the age of 4 in small community groups called learning centers. They learn about our country's history and how to manage the land, and how to solve problems, and to be respectful and speak up. There is a big focus in creativity and working together as a team. Instead of tests, students judge on how they can improve their community and learning in their own groups.
What is your name and occupation?
I'm Regina and I'm a diplomat.
Is Kykina involved in any international conflicts? If so, with whom and what are the causes?
Yes, we do have an international conflict with Brazil over maritime boundaries under UCLOS. We have an exclusive economic zone of Brazil challenges the boundaries, saying that they have fishing rights and oil reserves in the area. This has led to an ongoing disputes involving legal conflicts to find a resolution.
What's your name and occupation?
I'm Ava Allam and I'm a historian.
How did colonization occur in Kykina?
The story of how Kykina was colonized is significant to our history and culture. In 1804, a ship with 30 people set sail from France heading to Argentina. As they crossed the Atlantic Ocean, a wild storm hits and their boat is crushed. During this tragedy, there was only 12 survivors. They landed onto an unknown lost island inhabited by natives. These natives were skeptical at first, but eventually took the survivors in and taught each other their ways of life. Instead of one group ruling over another, they chose peace and honor. Eventually, the two groups blended in their cultures and created a nation now known as Kykina. Okay.
What is your name and your occupation?
My name is Americana Moore and I'm a tourist guide.
Is there a cultural landscape that makes Kykina unique?
Yes, there is a cultural landscape located in our capital city that lets people know they are in Kykina and gives a sense of uniqueness. There is a big statue of our national animal, a panguro, which is a species of penguin that can live in tropical hot climates and are only found in Kykina. Panguros are very significant to our culture as they represent harmony, strength, and inclusivity.
What is your name and occupation?
My name is Ashley Holtz and my occupation is a farmer.
What kind of agricultural practices are used in Kykina and what type of crops are produced?
Our primary farming practice is timber production. Since we manufacture many wood-based products, we are required to grow and cut down many trees to keep up with the demand. However, aquaculture also plays a role in our agriculture practices since we form many species of sea animals such as mussels, oysters, shrimp, and tilapia. The mussels and oysters are farmed more in the coastal waters, while shrimp and tilapia are farmed in inland ponds such as Lake Marmina. We also produce some crops such as bananas, avocados, mangoes, cocoa, coffee, and palm oil. These crops are typically used for exports.
What is your name and occupation?
My name is Levi Malcolm, and my occupation is a linguist.
What language or languages are typically spoken throughout Kykina?
Kykinian is the main language spoken in this country. It is a Creole formed by Portuguese and French, as the natives spoke Portuguese before it was colonized by France. This then led to the blend of languages to create Kykinian. Portuguese and French are also spoken throughout the country, but they are not as predominant as Kykinian.
My name is Kylie Elkins.
And I'm Kykina.